Hi, 6th graders. I'm going to review what you learned in lesson 9.1 and give you a little preview of what's to come in 9.2 today. But first we'll start with a math warm-up. It's going to be an estimatory, so you need a piece of paper and something to write with. I'm going to go through the clues, but at any time, if you need more time to adjust your estimate, just pause the video. All right, before seeing the clues, you're estimating how many number cubes are in the vase. All right, make sure you have your estimate down. Here is clue number 1. Only one of the two digits from the answer can be seen on the face of a number cube. Number 2. The answer is an odd number. Clue number 3. Look at the yellow number cube. None of those digits is a digit in the answer. And the final clue. Find the red number cube with two visible faces. Find the sum of those two faces. That sum is not a digit found in the answer. So combine the clues. Make sure you have your estimate written down. If you need more time, pause. And there are 47 number cubes in that vase. Raise your hand if you had that. Just kidding. I can't see you. All right, so lesson 9.1, just a quick review. You're finding the surface area of a prism. You saw some triangular prisms, square prisms, rectangular prisms, pentagonal prisms. You might see hexagonal prisms, octagonal prisms. And so just thinking about what is a prism, it's a three-dimensional figure with two congruent polygon bases and then rectangular sides. So you can see in this triangular prism, we have two congruent bases, the triangles, and then rectangular sides going around. Will help you that they have two congruent polygon bases and then rectangular sides. Last week, I know that problem 21, that's this problem, and then, or problem 12 and problem 21 were a little tricky. It is hard to get those nets unfolded. And really picture what they would look like. We will get better at that, but keeping in mind that definition of prism. Okay, so you can see in all of these, that is the case. All right, so last week you were looking at some different prisms, so this is an example of a problem you may have seen. Some of you were tricked on one of the problems because you didn't notice that the bottom was different than the lateral the sides. And so in this one, we have a bottom that is an 8 by 8, which is 64 feet squared. And then the sides, there's two of them. That's these orange faces. And they're 8 by 7s. Which is 56, and then if we have to multiply by 2 because there are two of them, that's 112 feet squared. And then the triangles, remember that triangle formula for area is 1/2 base times height, so in this case we'd be taking 1/2 times 8 times 6. If we multiply this out, 1/2 times 8 times 6, we get 24. There are two of them, so I'm basically going to go back and multiply then 24 times 2. So we end up with 48 feet squared on those triangles. To get that total surface area, then I'm going to take all of those areas, add them together, and we end up with 224 feet squared. All right, so going into lesson 9.2 today, we're going to look at how can you find the surface area of a pyramid. So a pyramid is a polyhedron in which the base is a polygon and then the lateral faces are triangles with a common vertex called the vertex of the pyramid. So here's just a little diagram for you to get that in your brain today. A regular pyramid, so you're going to have to pay attention to that direction today in your assignment, or tomorrow in your assignment and on the exit ticket today. So a regular pyramid is a pyramid whose base is a regular polygon. The lateral faces are triangles. The height of each triangle is the slant height of the pyramid. So when we talk about a regular polygon, it means that polygon has the same length sides. So in this case, it's a square, and they all have the same length sides. Okay, so that's a really important thing to be paying attention to as you work through this lesson. So here's an example of a problem you might see. What is the surface area of a square pyramid with a base side length of 3 meters and a slant height of 6 meters? So when I think about that for my square, if I have 3 meters, that would be the area of this square would be 3 times 3 or 9 meters squared. And then if you picture this as a net, I know, my fabulous drawing, you're probably missing it. That looks a little more like a flower, but anyway, there are my triangles. And so I have 4 lateral faces. To get the area of a triangle, remember we're going to take area equals 1/2 base times height. In this problem, we are told that the base is 3, that's the side of our square. And then the slant height is 6 meters. So we'd be doing 1/2 times 3 times 6. In my brain, I'm doing the 3 times 6, 18, and then taking half of that. So the area of one triangle is 9. Since we have 4 of those, meters squared, 9 meters squared, 9 meters squared. We really can look at this as having 5 times 9 because our square also has that area of 9. So 5 times 9, our total surface area is 45 meters squared. Find the surface area of the regular pyramid. Again, this regular is important to note. That means when we look at that base that it's an equilateral triangle. And so we are going to do, we'll do the area of the base. I don't want to have a B right there though. Let's get rid of that. The area of our base, that triangular shape at the bottom, is 1/2 times 5. Here's my base of the triangle. Times 4 3/10. That's that height of the triangle that's being labeled on there. When I multiply that out, I get 10 75/100 inches squared. Then I have 3 lateral faces that are equivalent. So I'm going to do the area of those 3 lateral faces, so the faces that go around the pyramid. I can see that they are, let's see, 1/2. And our base, this time we're going to write as 5. Remember, that's the base. That 4.3 was the height of that triangle that's on the base. So 1/2 times the base, which is 5, and then the slant height, which is 7. When I multiply that out, I have 35 times 1/2. I end up with 17.5. I have to multiply that by 3 because there are 3 triangle lateral faces, and I end up with 52.5. I have to put that together with my original base area to get the total surface area. So I am adding 10 75/100 plus 52.500, and I end up with 63 25/100 inches squared. Here's just another pyramid for you to look at. Again, this is a regular base pyramid, so it has a square. You can see that net, and it's very helpful to look at the nets when we're working through these. I'm not going to work through that whole problem. Here's what you need to know for for tomorrow's assignment, and I think maybe on the exit ticket today, is that sometimes you're going to get a pyramid that has a base that's not a triangle or a square, and you don't know how to calculate yet the area of this pentagon. And so you are going to be given the area of the base on some problems. So that means you're not doing any calculation for that piece. That's just the base. You've been told the base. So for example, on this problem, I know the base of this pentagon pyramid is 61 9/10. Okay. All I need to calculate now is what's the area of each of those triangular lateral faces. So I'm going to calculate the area of one of those faces. It's 1/2 times 6, which is the base, times 6, which is the height. So 6 times 6 is 36, times half of that, I get 18 meters squared. There are 5 of those triangles around my pentagon, so now I have to do 18 times 5 for all those lateral faces, and I'm going to get 90 meters squared for the total. Now I'm going to add that to the base that they had given me. So I didn't have to calculate that base, I'm just adding that so I have the total surface area. So 90 meters squared plus 61 and 9/10 meters squared, and I end up with 151 and 9/10 meters squared. Again, so when you see problems like this where they've already given you the base, you don't have to do that as a calculation. You're calculating the lateral faces and then adding it to that base that you've been given. All right. One final problem, which one doesn't belong? Which description of the solid does not belong with the other 3? Explain your answer. So we have a pyramid over here. Definitely is a square pyramid because we can see it's a 5 by 5. Okay. It can also be called a rectangular pyramid because a square is also a rectangle. It fits the description of a rectangle. So that one is okay. It's a regular pyramid because the base is a regular polygon. The one thing it is not is a triangular pyramid. It does not have a triangular base. So today your job is going to be to watch the lesson 9.1 videos and notes. Do that 9.2 videos and notes. Do the lesson 9.2 exit ticket and Canvas. I hope you have a wonderful Monday. I miss you all.